Suma's POV. Days passed and we docked in the kingdom once again. Jake killed Von Pack's missing talon. Von Pack described the pain as comparatively not that bad. It took a few more days of travel, but soon we were once again in Ambos's royal capital, Ambos Ompera. Jake waited with Lorik and Von Pack as Captain Giguales, Lieutenant Datahu and I flew to the castle and were guided to a waiting area for our audience with the Queen.
Lieutenant, Private, I assume this is obvious, but I will say it anyway. No one mentions the dragon until our report on the mission is over. There will be other nobles in the courtroom, and if word spreads it could cause panic. We make our report, then ask for a private audience with the Queen afterward, explaining only that it is a matter of a sensitive nature regarding Sentinel, the captain said.
Yes, Captain, I said, and the lieutenant nodded.
Greetings, Anume said, opening the wall. I am Queen Ompera's attendant, Sven. Please allow me to escort you to the courtroom. I assume you all have already been briefed on proper etiquette? We have, by the Nume who showed us in, the captain said.
Excellent, then please follow me. Honestly, after so many meetings with Her Majesty, I felt as if I may one day grow used to being in the presence of royalty, but it was not that day. With so much to tell her, my stomach became queasy, more so than the last time we met. We were led to the courtroom, the same one we used during our audience with the Queen before, and she already on the royal perch. We landed on separate perches nearby and bowed, spreading our wings, waiting for our release. Around us, on perches higher than ours but lower than the Queen's, were Nume and gaudy arrangements of gold and silver tassels, thin multicoloured garments draped from their bodies and wings, and jewels pinned to their feathers. The captain was right. Many nobles were in attendance. Sven, the Queen's attendant, landed on a smaller perch below the Queen.
Welcome, Drake Squadron. Please rise,
the Queen said, and we did.
What is your report on the mission?
Ambassador Von Pack was alive and has been returned to the kingdom. He is with members of our team receiving medical treatment and resting from his ordeal, the captain answered.
Von Pack was alive?
The Queen asked, surprised.
And did he have a clarification of his message?
The Queen gave us a look, almost asking if we needed to make this a private meeting.
He discovered that an invasion of the Southern Union into our kingdom was imminent, and that the SU would use Taldra as a staging area for the attack, the captain said.
When does he believe this attack will take place?
The Queen asked, as the nobles around us mumbled to one another.
During his time as a prisoner and using the information from his informants, who originally alerted him of the attack, he believes it will occur in 3 months.
That is barely enough time to prepare, one of the nobles shouted.
Bring Von Pack here. We must question him personally,
another demanded.
You heard him. He was captured. Can his information even be trusted?
Silence!
The Queen announced, enhancing the loudness of her voice with wind magic. The courtroom fell quiet.
Captain Giguales, are you certain of the validity of this information?
Yes, Your Majesty. The SU has already taken Taldra, and several, if not all, of its sister islands. I personally witnessed the carnage across the island. Villages burned, native inhabitants hunted down for even the smallest amount of resistance. They are setting up for a massive attack, and are using the resources of the island to do so.
There were more murmurs as the captain spoke. The nobles were panicking. This much of an invasion of Nume, a free 4 months away, and if I did not know of the Chaos Dragon's return, I would have been as well.
I see. Then we will begin preparing a defensive strategy for an invasion. Captain Giguales, 2nd Lieutenant Datahu, Private Suma, I thank you all, and the rest of your squadron for your excellent service. For now I release you to go back.
She sighed and said to her attendant,
Well, at least I know that will be the worst news I received today.
The 3 of us glanced at one another awkwardly for a moment before the captain spoke.
Your Majesty, please. A moment of your time. I have something to request.
Ah, then speak,
she said, hiding her mild surprise at the breach of normality.
We request a private audience with Your Majesty in order to report another matter discovered on the island. It is of the utmost importance and is regarding Private Suma's familiar, Sentinel,
he explained. All eyes in the court turned to me. Some were curious, others were scornful.
Is he injured?
The Queen asked. Her feathers ruffled slightly.
He is uninjured, but with so many around, I am hesitant to say more.
She tilted her head, seemingly thinking.
I shall grant you a private audience.
Turning to the rest of the court, she dismissed them and bid them a formal farewell. Most left immediately. Others were slowly talking amongst themselves for a moment, before bowing to the Queen and flying out.
Now then,
she said, once everyone was gone,
it is only I, my attendant, and my guards, whom can all be trusted with the utmost secrecy. What is this matter with Sentinel?
Your Majesty, the truth is about the Chaos Dragon.
There was a moment of quiet, as she looked around the room once more.
None of you shall ever speak a word of what you hear today, even if the lives of your loved ones could be saved by doing so. Am I understood?
She said.
We and ours die with honour at your command, Queen Emperor.
All 6 of her guards repeated in unison, like it was practiced beforehand. Truthfully, I had heard rumours that the Royal Guard were chosen from only the most loyal of the kingdom's soldiers, and trained with only loyalty to the crown in mind, so it may very well have been a practice mantra of some kind.
As you wish, my Queen,
Sven said from the Queen's side.
Speak. What about the Chaos Dragon?
He is returning. 1 month from now,
the captain said. The silence that filled the courtroom was such that a single feather could have landed and startled all of us.
Explain,
she ordered, wary.
During the mission, we performed a memory dove on 2 captured prisoners for information regarding Von Pack's location. Lieutenant Datahu and I cast the spells, while Sentinel and Loricus Bala underwent the delve into the prisoners' minds. But the delve was interrupted, and control over the spell was wrenched away by the remnant of the soul within Sentinel.
How is that possible?
The Queen asked.
Unknown. The soul was destroyed in the process, however.
Is your familiar all right?
The Queen asked me, clearly worried. Yes, mostly.
Upon its destruction, it granted Sentinel a warning of the Chaos Dragon's return,
Captain Giguales said.
Can you be certain of this information's validity?
The Queen asked.
No, but we suspect it is true. Sentinel, upon awaking and during the delve, has shown certain signs of receiving their memories.
Signs? What signs?
He regrew his severed left limb, and has been acting in an unusual manner, similar to how one normally acts upon receiving another Nume's soul,
Giguales said.
That only proves that the soul within Jake has finally caused the symptoms we expected to arrive so long ago, not that the dragon will return,
she refuted. Your Majesty, please. I believe Jake, and he believes these memories. If it is true that the dragon will return, then...
If it is true, she interrupted, then our entire world could be about to experience a second ravaging.
Queen Empera looked distressed and shook her head.
Summon Sentinel. I must speak with him directly.
At once, I said, then spoke to Jake for our connection. Jake, Queen Empera wished to speak with you immediately. I must summon you.
Okay, I'm ready, he said.
I began the spell. I summon you, Sentinel! And then nothing happened. Or, more accurately, Jake did not appear. I could feel the spell still in effect, but it also felt stuck.
Is something wrong?
The Queen asked. I do not know. The spell is working, but... One moment. I summon you, Sentinel! I repeated the spell, and again it activated, and then it felt as if I were attempting to pull 100 beings, each many times more powerful and vast than Jake, through the spell.
Has something happened to your familiar?
The Queen asked, and my mind began to race with all of the worst possible scenarios. What if the dragon is doing something to Jake? What if he is fighting the dragon without us? What if the dragon is trying to take his body again? I thought. Your Majesty, please have our guards prepare for the worst. I do not know what is happening, but the last time something like this happened, Jake's body was possessed by the Chaos Dragon.
What? Then cancel the spell, she ordered.
I am afraid that it is too late. Jake is already on his way here. I cannot stop the spell, but something is interfering with it. I do not know that anything bad is happening, but please, prepare for the worst.
Guards, get into formation, she ordered.
Your Majesty, please flee the castle at once, one of them said.
2 of the 6 guards flew beside the Queen, and the familiars they had been perched on gathered around me, bearing fangs and claws and all manner of other threats. The two beside the Queen urged her again to flee, but she refused.
If the dragon is to arrive, we must kill it here, and I wish to bear witness. Private Sumer, perform the spell again on our command. If it is the dragon, it dies today.
Please, wait. It may not be the dragon. Let me check before anyone does anything. This could all be a mistake.
You will have mere seconds to make sure it is truly your familiar. Any longer, and whether or not, we kill it.
I nodded that I understood, and it gave the order to perform the spell again. I summon you, Sentinel, I said again, and this time I felt that weight release, and Jake appeared.